Victor, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Sorry about the rain, but hey, I don't control that. How did you get into acting?
I started when I was 13. I was in 7th grade. My first play, I did Charles Dickens' The Christmas Carol.
Sure. Yep.
And I played Fred. And I had always wanted to be an actor, but
really,
I didn't get a chance to do it.
Why? What were you doing other than acting?
I was into sports, into running. I did a lot of cross country. Yeah.
Still do that?
No, I ran for 6 years.
Really? Why'd you give it up?
Well, senior year ended. Moved on. I didn't want to do it in college. You know.
So where do you go to college?
I go to Lone Star.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trying to get all my basic stuff done. And
it's a great way to do it.
And then go to Sam.
Dirt cheap compared to anywhere else.
I know. Yeah. It's
and the thing is, those basic courses in college anyway, they just use them as weed out courses. So you're paying a lot of money so they can kick you out of school.
Exactly.
It's not worth it.
It's ridiculous. I know.
So what are you studying in college?
Music. I want to study musical theater.
Musical theater?
Yeah. I'm auditioning for Sam Houston's program in the fall. So.
Sure. Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
So musical theater. So have you had formal singing training or anything?
Yeah, I started singing training last year at Lone Star. I joined their choir, and I got a voice teacher and stuff. So.
Cool.
It's exciting.
And then after Sam, then where?
After Sam, Broadway, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, check out some of the interviews. We got some friends there. They're trying to make it.
Really?
And they've got plenty of tips and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Kind of get in there.
Maybe I'll start at the Hobby Center or something. I want to do stuff at the Hobby Center.
That would be cool. That would be
to try to build up my resume.
Absolutely. So you said you always had this passion for acting. What did you do when you're running? I mean, was there something that's similar? I mean, that you find a way to kind of find your character or to kind of center yourself, quiet down
with running?
Yeah,
I don't know. My parents are runners. They're marathon runners.
Really?
My dad ran like 30 marathons. So I guess I have that in me.
Right.
My first race was when I was 3.
So let's put it this way: if we're out in the woods, I better not be with you because I'm the one that's going to get eaten by the bear.
Yes. I can run for miles and miles and miles.
I have a friend who does ultra marathons.
Yeah.
He's in his 50s, and he gets really pissed off.
What's an ultra?
100 miles.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he doesn't do it very fast, but it doesn't matter. The thing is, you have to make it at least, 80% of the way within 24 hours. Otherwise, they disqualify you.
Oh, jeez.
So, and he'd been doing this all these many, many years. And then finally, he got disqualified because it was like 24 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. And he was really pissed off.
Never heard of that.
He basically puts an MP3 player on and just listens to stuff until the battery runs out.
That's insane.
It is insane. Even to me, a marathon is insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Even half a marathon is still insane.
Do you like to do, you said you do musical theater, but do you like to do serious parts or just straight dramas?
Yeah, I mean, I do like acting a lot, not just musical theater, because musical theater tends to be a little cheesy,
Well, absolutely.
Over the top.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what people want to see, right? When you go to Broadway, what do you go see? You generally go
here in
see
Hairspray.
Yeah, a musical. That's right. Yeah, it's over top. You would not confuse this with reality, of course.
But no, I also like doing some serious stuff. In the last fall, I did a play called Dog Sees God.
Okay.
And it has a really cool message it's like a bullying awareness play.
Yes.
And it's really cool and really fun. And I got to play this character named Beethoven, who he's the one that gets bullied, and he ends up killing himself because he gets bullied.
And unfortunately, that's true story. It's probably more true,
Yeah.
and happens more often than we'd like it to.
It's awful.
Very, very unfortunate. Awful. How do you approach a character?
I try to connect to it. I try to, I don't try to play it how somebody else would play it.
Right.
I put myself in their shoes.
Yes.
And I try not to, I don't know, be fake or what
I
mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can tell, right? You can just, when you see other people, and you're like, oh, gee, that's,
Yeah, like, I don't like doing stuff because I think that would look cool or funny or whatever.
Right.
I just do it because that's how I would do it.
Right.
So.
Well, that's a good way to approach the character.
Yeah.
Let's talk about dancing. How did you get into dancing?
I've never done dancing, really.
Really?
I was in a show choir last year.
Right.
And that was the first, I guess, dance thing that I ever did.
Can you pick it up pretty quickly?
I did Grace last year.
Yeah. Can you pick it up pretty quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually pretty good then.
As long as you give me a choreography, I can pick it up pretty quickly, and I'll try to go home and perfect the moves and clean them. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite actor or actress?
I really like Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's very intriguing.
Very different.
Very different. He can play anything.
Yeah.
Anything. So I really like him.
I'm sorry that he left the United States. I guess he moved to France because he doesn't want to put up with a lot of our crap here or something.
Really?
Yes. Apparently, yeah. He lives in France.
And I also heard he doesn't watch any of his movies. So that's
I don't
funny.
know that many people that like to watch their movies. I can't stand to watch myself. And
Same.
It's like, why would you do that? It's just weird. It's like, ooh.
I probably won't even watch this interview.
And I think somebody who does, that's got to be really weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like falling in love with yourself.
Yeah.
So
I know. Every time someone like my parents show me videos of like me in like shows or whatever, I'm like,
Okay.
no, that's so awkward.
No,
I don't want to see it.
Awkward.
Because I feel like I'm doing such a good job of them, but then I look at the video and I'm like, oh.
Oh, then you start picking yourself apart.
Oh, yeah. So I'd rather not.
No, do it.
Yeah.
What would you like to do that you haven't done yet?
I would like to go skydiving.
Yes.
That's one of the first things I want to do. I went bungee jumping last summer. It was really fun.
Bungee jumping?
Yeah, it was crazy. My sister got me into it. Awful decision.
No, you want to do it all the time.
I wouldn't say all the time.
Right.
I would maybe do it again.
So what is it though? Is that the high you get just because of the excitement or the adrenaline rush? What is it?
It's that first drop. Just that free fall.
Yeah.
It's great. When I was walking in the platform and I looked down and I was like, what am I doing? I should not be doing this. Like your human instinct kicks in.
And you did it anyway.
And I did it anyway. I was like, I'm not even going to think about it. The guy's like, are you ready? I'm like, just go for it. He's like, okay, I'm going to count to 3 and then you're going to jump on bungee.
Wait, are you ready for it? What is he? He didn't push you, right? You go when you want to, right?
Yeah, no, you go when you want to. Right. But he's like, are you ready? So he gives you a countdown. I'm like, I'm ready. Just go. And he's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, bungee. And I'm like, ah. But then when you bounce back, it kind of hurts, not going to lie.
Oh, really? The bounce back?
Yeah.
You like the fall part.
You like whiplash.
Right.
So your whole body whiplashes.
You know, I'm guessing that would be the same too. If you jump out of an airplane, that you'd be probably fine on the free fall part until the parachute kind of kicks in.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you can get into that.
But it's not as bad because you're still falling.
Right. Yes.
With the bungee, you completely stop.
Bungee's gonna.
And then you have to hang upside down for like however long till you stop moving, and then they start pulling you up. Get you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wild.
I was actually really the most scared I was during that process was when I was going back up, because I was holding on to the rope and I was just looking down.
Really?
And I was like, can I get out of here? Yeah.
Where'd you like to go that you haven't been yet?
Well, my dad actually, he loves to travel, and I've had the opportunity to travel all around the world since I was little.
So where have you been?
I've been like everywhere in Europe, Asia.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in like Hong Kong, Beijing, all those places. But I've never been to Australia, so I want to go there.
Yeah.
Where else? Rio.
Mm-hmm.
And the Maldives. That's the absolute spot.
What? So what? He's a runner, but that's not what he does.
No, of course he doesn't. No, he's a lawyer.
Oh, and he gets to go all over the place. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. And you didn't want to go into law, huh?
No.
And what's he think about this musical theater stuff?
At first, he was really sketched out about it. He's like, my son, I don't know about that. But then I was like, once I started proving to him how much I enjoyed it and how much hard work I put into it, he started kind of like believing in me. Yeah. So he's like, you're doing a pretty good job. I'm like, thanks. You're doing a pretty good. Yeah, no, but whenever I sing or I show him a recording of me, he'll be the first one to tell me like, oh, that was really bad, or oh, you messed up in that one note. He'll like pick out.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
But I like it because I was like, I like your honesty. I want you to tell me straight up if I suck.
Right.
You know? But
and how to get better without you.
Yeah, my mom is always like, "Oh, you're so good." You know how moms are.
Where's the neatest place in Europe you've been?
Venice.
Really? You really enjoy Venice? Why Venice?
It's so beautiful. Like it's surrounded by water. It's like this island surrounded by
water. I love
it
that it's so quiet. There are no cars.
There's no cars.
If you go anywhere else in Italy, not for Europe, but Italy, there's the noise, the hustle and bustle, and that's okay. You go to Venice, it's pretty quiet.
No cars.
There are no cars.
Yeah, it can be kind of a hassle to have to take a boat everywhere.
Right.
But it's pretty cool. Like I said, I would never live there.
So when you do these travels, do you try to learn the language there, or just some words?
Yeah, when we went to Paris, I was like, I gotta learn French, and I bought that Rosetta Stone, like learned in 10 days.
Right.
I did not learn in 10 days. I learned bonjour, je m'appelle Victor. That's about it. And Merci. Yeah.
Merci. Okay, well, at least you got that down.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest language you've ever had to try to pick up?
I've never tried to learn any language besides French or
Right.
English.
You didn't try to do Italian?
Spanish is actually my first language.
Right.
Yeah.
So Italian, you didn't try. It's probably pretty close to Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually kind of close. My mom knows how to speak Italian.
Right.
But I've never.
And they really appreciate it. They really appreciate it there.
Yeah, when we go, she always orders an Italian, and she thinks she looks all cool. I'm like, whatever, Mom.
Anything on Broadway you like to see?
To see the Jersey Boys.
Really?
Yes.
Like Jersey Boys.
I recently saw the movie, and I've always loved the music.
Right.
You know, Frankie Valli and stuff. So I've been dying to see that musical. I just haven't had the chance yet.
Wow. We're going to have a good time in Hairspray.
Yes, I'm so
glad to have
excited.
you. So tell me, if heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to the pearly gates?
Welcome home.
Welcome home. All right. You give you a hug. You don't want to. Hey, you got a precast part for anything in particular? Hey, we're doing Jersey Boys up here.
Yes, I would love to play Frankie Valli.
You got to play Frankie Valli
in heaven. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.